Hey everyone! So we're going to start with a little poetry. I think this is the last time we're going to enjoy Beverly McCullen's Crazy Boys. Watching buzzards flying kites, lazy, crazy boys, the rights. They tried to fly just like a bird, foolish dreamers, strange, absurd. We scoffed and scorned their dreams of flight, but we were wrong, and they were right. We're going to do two things with this poem. The first is we're going to see that some of our vocabulary words came right out of Beverly's poem. So this time, I want you to listen for those vocabulary words that might be in here. Crazy boys. Watching buzzards flying kites, lazy, crazy boys, the rights. They tried to fly just like a bird. Foolish dreamers, strange, absurd. We scoffed and scorned their dreams of flight, but we were wrong, and they were right. 4 of our vocabulary words: foolish, absurd, scoffed, and scorned. Poetry is wonderful for the words it brings, but also the feelings that it brings. So, the second thing we're going to do with this poem is we're going to talk about one of the tools that authors use to create imagery and to share some of those feelings they want to impart. So, we're going to talk about literal language and then figurative language. So, literal language means it is what it is, right? If I say, this is a pencil. Yeah, it's a pencil. If I said, this is a lightsaber, it's like a lightsaber, right? It might make you think of a lightsaber. It might show you how I'm using the pencil, but it's not really a lightsaber. So there are two kinds of language. Literal language, that's very true, and it is what it is. And then non-literal or figurative language. And I just want to talk to you about a couple kinds. All right. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is there are many kinds of figurative language. One of the best ones I like is called hyperbole. And that's when you say something that's not true. You're exaggerating it, right? I told you 1,000,000 times. Now, I didn't tell you 1,000,000 times, right? I'm just exaggerating it so you get the idea. And then the one that's used a lot in this poem, there might be a little bit of hyperbole in here, but the one that's very clear is a simile. A simile is when you say two things are like each other. Her smile was like the morning sunrise. Makes you happy, warm, feel good, just like the sunrise, right? A simile and possibly some hyperbole. Let's find out. All right. Watching buzzards flying kites, lazy, crazy boys, the rights. They tried to fly just like a bird. Aha! When they say just like a bird, I mean, it's kind of true. They were trying to fly, but they didn't stick feathers on themselves literally and flap their arms like wings and try to fly that way, did they? They constructed a machine, a glider, and gave it an engine, right? And flew. Well, that's a simile, and I have a whole bunch more for you. Here we go. Oh, that kid swims like a fish. I'm not really saying that Ashaya swims like a fish, right? She doesn't have gills and a flipper, right? Or whatever I want to say. She's just a really good swimmer. That's what I'm trying to say. So-and-so is as busy as a bee. Yeah, they're not making honey. They're just always on the move, always working. So-and-so acts like an animal, right? I'm not really saying you're a woodchuck. I'm just saying you're messy or you're crazy or something like that. As blind as a bat, right? Bats can't see very well, so maybe this person is as blind as a bat. Oh, so-and-so's going to soar like an eagle. right? It means way up high, maybe achieving their dreams. Clean as a whistle. Now, I've never really understood this one. My guess is that whistles have to be cleaned in order to make their sound. So like a whistle on a train way back in the day might have been cleaned so that it's louder. If it gets dirty, it probably doesn't whistle all that well, but I'm just guessing. Anyway, when you use figurative or non-literal language, it helps share the author's meaning and gets you imagining the things they want you to. Thanks, guys. Bye.